What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on Project Ozone 3 Kappa Mode. So guys, we are still in the process of trying to get ourselves a creative chest. We still have a few more creative items to make, so let's get started on it. So we're trying to get these chaos planks here, and those we need in order to make this creative chest, right? I think the two items that we have left are the creative mill and the creative compressor. Both of these items we need to make 8 of them, in fact, so we can make 8 of these chaos planks, and then that'll go into the recipe for our creative chest, right? Okay, so let's start on the creative compressor. In order for us to make this, we have to do this recipe 8 times because we need 8 of these guys, right? So we are going to need a bunch of pressure chamber walls. We're going to need some corallium plates. Those have EMC, that's easy. HDPE sheets. That means we're going to need half a stack of those. I think it is 3 HDPE pellets per sheet. I think we're going to have enough. Yeah, I think that should be good. So let's start on that real quick. So I think you put that in the enriching thing. It is 3 of them, like I said. So we need, that'll give us 7, right? So that'll be pretty good. So we'll do it that way. I think we'll do that. And that. Yeah, we'll have plenty of these things. I think that's going to be a little bit over what we need, but you know, we have extra of the HDPE pellets and we can always make more should we need them. Okay, so HDPE, yep, we only need half a stack, right? So we got plenty of these guys. Awesome. What else do we need here? Pressure chamber valve. Those, I believe we can just craft. Pressure chamber valve, wall valve. Do I not have those on auto craft? Apparently I don't. Well, assembly controller, looks like if we put a block of compressed iron in here with the drill program, we can get 20 of those. So maybe we'll do it that way. Let's come over to this area. Do I have the right machines here? Let me do this real quick so I can find it easier. So we need an IO unit, and a drill, and we have a laser. So I need to swap out the laser for a drill. Do I even have one of those? I feel like we did this earlier on, but it's been a while. Compressed iron block. Let's make, I don't know, 10 of those. Block of compressed iron. That should be really quick. It's just iron blocks in our pneumatic chamber over there. All right, so this is going to be overkill, but I think it'll be just fine. So we'll get rid of the laser for now, and we'll replace it with the drill. And I think we have to change this thing from the laser. Is it the drill and laser or just the drill? What does this say? That's just the drill that we need. All right, so we'll put in this one. All right, so we put the drill in here. Very good. And if I just put these, it says it's resetting ... problems. Not all parts for the inserted program are present. Add 1 assembly laser to your assembly system. Oh, does that need the laser too? Okay, maybe we haven't done this before. Can I put this over here? I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, look at that. It looks like things are working. Very cool. All right, so yeah, that's doing what we need. I don't know why it needs this laser here, but you know, apparently it said it did. So as soon as we put it there, everything seems to be working. Drill, IO unit, export, platform. This doesn't say anything about needing a laser, so I'm not sure why it had that error there. But either way, it's working now, so we'll just call that a win. And that's the pressure chamber valve. And now we have a bunch of them. Awesome. So once this finishes up, I'll swap this back so we can continue to auto craft things like our unassembled PCBs and whatnot. All right, so that's being done. What else can we do here? So we need advanced air compressors. I think that's on AutoCraft. I think a whole bunch of these things are on AutoCraft because I don't remember like manually doing this. So advanced air compressor, how many of those do we need? We need half a stack. So I need 32 of these. And we are missing pressure tubes and advanced pressure tubes. Okay, So what part of that, this right here, and what does this cost? This is laser. So this is something that we should oh man, it's 20 of the pressure chamber valves for 8 of those. And how many are we gonna need? Oh boy, let's figure this out. So it is 1 per 1. And then this guy here needs the pressure tube. And those are made. Okay, so that's an easier recipe. This guy right here, though, yeah, this is a little expensive. So I might end up making more of these pressure chamber valves. How many of those do we have? All right, well, let's make a recipe so we can craft this anyway. So that was this guy here. I'm on the wrong thing. I hate that you have to change a button if you're on the wrong thing. You have to click back out again. So if we do this and I can undo that stuff, we should be able to craft those now, right? So if I put this into here, I need to swap this back out for the laser. Unless this just works like this with the assembly laser over here. I'm not actually sure, but I do have to change the program for sure, right? Because that required the assembly program laser. So let me swap that back out, and then we'll try making one of these. Advanced air compressor. So it says it can make this stuff. Okay, well, I guess we had one of those things here. So let's try and make 31 more. Let's see if it'll... Okay, so it is complaining about the pressure tube. So we don't have the recipe for that. All right, I thought it was going to use the pressure tube in the advanced pressure tube recipe, but yeah, as we saw earlier, that seemed like it's a pretty easy recipe for us to do here. So we'll just do one of these, one of those, and throw that into here. And then everything should be happy. Now, hopefully, the laser is just going to work. So I do want to come over here when we do this because I want to see what's going on. So we want 31 more of these. And it looks like everything's happy. So it is grabbing these items out, and no problems, but it doesn't look like anything's happening, does it? Yeah, so we might actually need to replace this and this. So that's our laser. I'll put this one here. Yep, that's exactly what needs to happen. All right, so we'll just continue doing it like this, and if I need more of these pressure chamber valves, well, I guess I should put those in the applied energistic system. If I need more of those, I'll just craft them up. Well, let me go ahead and wait for this to finish up here, and then we'll continue on, guys. All right, guys, so I've been at this for a little while now. We got a good portion of all these different parts made. I tell you what, though, I had to spend a bunch of time waiting for these advanced PCBs and these flux compressors. Yeah, these required more of the advanced tubings, which mean I had to make more of the other things with the drill and yada yada. Anyway, we are just about there right now, so I got 8 of these reinforced slates, and those are going to go into making these void sigils. We do need void reagent as well, so that's going to be string, gunpowder, and a bucket. All right, so string, gunpowder, and bucket, right? Those, yes. And we just need 8 of those. I don't have to go too crazy here and make half a stack or whatever we would normally make with this amount of items. So let's do that and that. And string, I think 16 string is what we need, right? Is it? Yeah, 16 string. Oh, I got gunpowder in there twice. This needs to be split. There we go. All right, so that's going to use some of the will from our Grand Tartaric gem, but I think it should be able to make all 8 of those without issue here, so I'll just put all this extra stuff away. And then we're also going to need, oh, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. That is the Arcane Ashes. Arcane Ashes. Yeah, we have Unbreaking and Mending on that thing, so we can reuse it many, many, many times. And repair it as well. So we're at 6. We need 2 more of these things to go through. How much will is that using? Just 10 will? Yeah, that's not using very much at all. It's pretty inexpensive. Okay, so we have that. Let's go put down 8 of our little circle things here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think it matters which direction, which ones you put in first. I think you have to put the void reagent first and then the slate. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweet. And then we can do these guys. like so. Awesome. So yeah, all of those should turn into the void sigil. Is that what we're making? The void sigil. Awesome. All right, so we got 8 of those and they don't stack, so that's nice. Yeah, and I think at this point we should be able to make 8 of these creative compressors. So let's go see if we can do that. Creative compressor. All right, so there is one. We'll just have to repeat this process 8 times in order to get all 8 of these things. But once we do that, we'll have another set of our creative items. Oh, what am I missing? Advanced PCBs. Oh, did I not make enough? 2, 4, 8. Oh, I made 32 instead of 64. I need to make 32 more advanced PCBs. So that means I need more yellow plastic, I think. Yeah, 2 more stacks of yellow plastic. Oh boy. Well, at least that's pretty easy and we have infinite of this stuff. It's just I never set this up to be like auto, if that makes sense. Like have multiple of these plastic mixers all making their own specific color going into something that the Applied Energistics system knows about. I just don't feel like that's super necessary. Well, anyway, should be able to make 32 more of those. You just got to make a bunch of the PCBs, which is going to make me sit here in AFK for a while. Let me go ahead and let this finish up and we'll be back, guys. So I've been working pretty diligently trying to get the creative mill items going here. We are now working on the shifting, or I guess the radiant star. In order to make the radiant star, we have to make the shifting star. And that's this recipe here. So I'm kind of working on doing that at the moment. And this is requiring a whole bunch of stuff. What is that again? So it's in the 4 corners like so. And then this, we got the aquamarine in the corners like so. And then it is some illumination powder. Yeah, I ran out of illumination powder, so I just had to craft up a bit more of that stuff. So we got that, and then we need some more stardust like so. All right, very good. And then in the center of that, we need a bucket of liquid starlight. So that should make the radiant star. I gotta do this 8 times, or I guess 16 times? Hold on a second. Did I make too few of these again? It is going to be 16 times. Well, I didn't make too few. I just didn't grab enough buckets of liquid starlight yet to do all this. And I don't think I have enough stuff in here. But yeah, I definitely have to do that 16 times so we can get 16 of the radiant stars so we can do this recipe 8 times. Well, anyway, this is going to take a minute for me to complete this process. So let me go ahead and grab all of these guys and we'll make our creative mills. Alright guys, so now we have all the radiant stars for our creative mills here. So we can go ahead and craft all these up. We'll get 8 of those, and then that'll be the last of the creative pieces that we need for our chaos plinks. So those go right there. So you can see now that we are still missing 9 slots, including the center one. So let's take a look at that. So we'll get rid of this guy and that guy. So the center slot for the chaos plink is the wand of animation. I'm not sure. Why do I have it there? Is that required for this recipe too? I don't think so. I think this is just out of order. Let me go ahead and bookmark it like that. Okay, so wand of animation. We're going to need 8 of these as well. Some of these are going to be pretty easy since bamboo we have on auto craft already for another recipe. Complex earth staff, that I don't remember. How do you make those? Heavy crystal mana infused ingots, infused amplification rod. So that's going to take a little bit of work to make 8 of those. Not a big deal. Soul crystal. How many soul crystals do we have? We have 2. So I need 6 more of these, and I think we had a spawner for those, right? If we go, let's grab our warpy thing. If I go to, I think it was the hunting dimension, we had a spawner set up to make the antlion overlords. Yeah, there is a spawner there. I think, well, it looks like I have a redstone signal on there since it's not doing anything. And then I believe we had, yeah, crusher down here to collect the drops from these mobs. So as soon as this thing wants to spawn in, they're not going to spawn in because of the torch up there? I'm not actually sure. Why is this not spawning? Feel like we haven't really done anything with this since the last time we set this up. Maybe it just needs time to like warm up, or maybe it was the torch that was preventing it. I'm not actually sure, but it's definitely spinning. It definitely looks like it wants to spawn in there. There we go. Awesome. So I don't know about this guy up here. Can I just, you know, poke him? That guy's doing some decent damage. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, these guys, whew. There we go. Okay, so that one's gonna die now. We have 5 soul crystals. We got a quake hammer, and I'm sure a lot of the other drops are down in here. Oh, this guy got out. What the heck? I don't think I've seen these guys get out before like that. That's fine anyway. It's dead. We got it contained. All right, so as far as these crystals go, we're up to 6. With these 2, we should have 8. I do need to turn that lever off though, so we don't spawn any more of these guys. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and we'll be back, guys. Silly me, I just remembered we had this Sword of the Cosmos in here where we can just one-shot these things. We don't have to keep attacking them. So that's dead. That's dead. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, and I believe you can also enchant the Sword of the Cosmos and it gives it some extra buffs here. Yeah, we can get Looting 50, Endless Quiver 50, XP Boost 5, Reaper 50, and Lifesteal on there. If we wanted to put an enchantment crystal on there, but we don't really use this sword too much. For that particular case, it's definitely nice, but yeah, like I said, we don't really use it too much, so not a big deal. Anyway, I'm gonna go collect the stuff that I need here, which we have 13 soul crystals now, which is awesome. Grab these eggs and sand and stuff. Anyway, we're done here. Alright guys, so I have been collecting some of the things that we need for this wand of animation. A lot of this we already had. Some of these things we can make, like these Flux Electrum plates. We're basically out of Fluxed Electrum. Fluxed Electrum. So we have 9 and we have some singularities, but we don't have like enough to make 48 of these Fluxed Electrum plates, right? But we do have a quantum compressor here that has a Flux Electrum block, so I'll just go ahead and eject those blocks out. Yep, and now we'll put those into our system here, and then we double click it, please. And then we should be able to add in, well, I guess we don't have this on an auto uncraft thing, so let me just go through that into our splitter. Right, this one. All right, so Flux Electrum. All right, so we needed 48 of those actually. Go ahead and add a few more blocks into there. Yeah, we can do extra, that won't be a big deal. But yeah, we definitely need to have the Flux Electrum plates here. So 48 of those, I believe, is the amount that we needed. All right, cool, so we'll have those coming in now. What else do we need here? We need ethereal slates. Looks like we're gonna need 16 of those. Do I have extras over here? We have imbued, blink, ethereal. How about slate? Oh yeah, we have plenty of those from when we were auto crafting those up, so we are good to go on that. We have the Flux Electrum being made, so bamboo. We can go ahead and grab, how much was it? Was it 16 or did we need more than that? Yeah, it was just 16 of those. The Flux Electrum plates should be about done. They're not quite. They are done, actually. All right, so we have those. Creative Essence, I think we already have that in our inventory. So Floating Tangleberry, that's something. The Complex Earth Staff is something else. And then we're going to need 16 Mob Duplicators, which we don't have on AutoCraft. So that's definitely a thing that I want to make a recipe for. So we'll click on this guy. This. Oh, we can't do that. This is another. I forgot. Okay. Advanced crafting. So we'll have to worry about that one here in a bit. Complex Earth Staff. So we saw this before. Heavy Crystal, which is complex crystals and coal. We might actually have. Well, we have 3 of them. That's not quite enough, unless I have some more over here. We have the blocks of dense crystal. No, so I'm going to have to make up a whole bunch of those. The mana infused ingots, these are made with the mana infused shard plus mana infused ingot, and the shard is the mana infused dust, which has EMC. So I got to make a bunch of those to make a bunch of these, and to make, I guess, 4 stacks of mana infused ingots to make 8 of these things. What was the infused amplification rod? So that's even more of these mana infused shards. Okay. Wait, what was this? Exotic amplification. Okay, so that's EMC. So that's easy. We don't have to worry about that too much. And then the floating Tingleberry. So that's just a floating flower plus the Tingleberry. And that requires us to have Rune of Earth and Rune of Air. So I'm going to need 8 of both of those. Rune of Earth. Oh, looks like we lucked out on this one. Rune of Air. And, oh, we got to make one. We have to make one of these. Looks like we have it on craft. Wait a second. Oh, okay, so this is a craft to make Rune of Summer, and we get a Rune of Air back. So the system's confused, thinks that it's making a Rune of Air, but we actually get one back. Yeah, so that's not auto craft for that. Okay, so Rune of Air. What is that? String Feather Carpet? String Feather Carpet, Mana Steel, Utility, Crystal Runestone of Air, Blank Slate, Mana Powder. And you get 2 of those. Oh boy. Okay, well, I got a lot of stuff to do here, so I'm going to go ahead and start like getting through all of this stuff. We're definitely not going to do that on camera. It's just going to take far too long. So let me get to it, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, so that wasn't so bad trying to get all the pieces together to make these mob duplicators. We had everything. I didn't have to go farm anything else. The only thing was about these. Let's see, which one was it? It was... Actually, it's not even this. It was the Jade. Yeah, so in order for us to get the Jade for our wand here, I did have to go and pull that out of our Jade Singularity crafters back behind me. But yeah, everything else in here I think was okay. Nether Amethyst, maybe I had to unblockify. I can't remember. Anyway, so we have our 16 mob duplicators, and I think that gets us to where we need to be for all of this other stuff. Hopefully. Can't put that complex earth staff in my inventory, but let's see. Can we do this now? Okay, so we can make one. Yep. So it looks like we should be good to go to make all of these. All right, very good. I got an inventory space open so I can grab this other staff now. This guy. All right, so we got 4 of those made. So here's our 5th one and our 6th one. Yeah, so we can make all of the wands of animation, although we only need to make 8 of them. There we go. So sweet. There is 8 wands of animation that we need. All right, so that takes care of another part of this. Very good, and I'll throw the extra non-stackable items for our plank crafting in there. So at this point, now if we take a look at the chaos planks, we are left with some ingots. So we need these, that one, and that one. So these 4 different ingots. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 of each one for each plank. Whew, that's gonna be a lot. So 16 of each of these ingots in total. Which one do we start with? Maybe this one? All right, so that is gonna require a whole bunch of other metals in order to make these. So that's porcelain brick in the ultimate crafting. Only 400 items to make that, so it's not gonna be crazy. And that's EMC. This one, Aurora block, that's Twilight Forest. 400 items, so we might go to the Twilight and go vein mine some of that to get those blocks. I'm gonna have to see how many of these we're gonna need, right? So each one of those, oh, you know what? That's not gonna be too bad, I don't think. So 400 per ingot, we need 16 of those. So 16 times 400 is a lot. But yeah, we should be able to vein mine that. I don't think that's gonna be that big of an issue. So empowered redstonia, only 400, and that's EMCable as well. These plates, Book and Quill, EMC 1000, doesn't really matter, it's EMC. Factory, fan, block, fan, fast. So this one might be a little annoying since I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, we can craft the factory block ourselves, but I think we're gonna have to manually chisel. There used to be an automatic chisel, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. Well, anyway, that'll be a thing. These are gonna be hop seeds, so that's EMC 1000. And then this one, 400 EMC. Yeah, a lot of these are gonna be not too bad. Okay, so the Ender Spectre coil, this one right here, 400 of them, but that's not EMCable. Spectre string is not, ectoplasm is not. I think we have quite a bit of ectoplasm. Let's take a look real quick. We have 1,263. Is that gonna be enough? I actually don't know. We might have to do something here in order to get a whole bunch more of that stuff. The mana infused string is fine, but yeah. So it is essentially 1 ectoplasm per spectre string. And yeah, we're going to have to figure that one out. I think that's going to have to wait for another time, though. So this one, 400 items, Ender Pearl, that's real easy. No big deal here. If we take a look at some of these other ones, I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot of the same. So that's EMC. That is EMC. This is EMC. This one, Tyrian. Okay, so that's another chisel block. So we can make the Tyrian, but it's like a different style. Yeah, and that requires 13,000 of them. Oh my goodness. So hopefully it doesn't matter if it's a specific one. Maybe we won't have to chisel. I'm not actually sure. Draconium should be fine. This guy, Industrial Machine Chassis. Whoo! Some of these are becoming a little impressive on the amount of stuff that we're going to need. This one right here, I'm not sure the Creative Essence is something that we're going to do that easily. All right, let's take a look at one more of these things. So this one is Oscogloss, 6969, that's fine. My metal is EMC, so that's easy. That's EMC, easy. Crystal Matrix, 400. Yeah, I think we can spawn those blocks. In fact, we've been doing that for a while. Yeah, the eggplant, that's pretty lewd. 400 items per, okay. That's going to be something that we'll have to set up a thing for, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Another EMC. Yeah, so some of these, I'm not going to go through all of them. We went through a good portion of them. But yeah, some of those are EMCable, which will be super simple. Some of those we are definitely going to have to set up farms for. Definitely got some things that we're going to have to do. That ectoplasm will be a problem, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.